Hope everyone's doing well, hope you're all good. Thank you again to everyone who subscribes to the channel. Do a video about the only man that beat me in the amateurs. Matthew Granger, his name was. I only had 15 amateur fights, but Matthew Granger beat me twice. And he was a really good boxer. Southpaw, good chin, good boxing ability, good speed, big heart. Because I caught him in both fights with some big shots, especially the second fight, which was in the ABA final. I caught him with a right hand that I've knocked a lot of people out with, and he took it. He got a standing count, but he took it. He beat me by 1 point in the ABA final, and he beat me by 2 points in the novice final a few years previously. And the sort of level he was at, the year, because I turned professional straight after the ABA final, as Frank Maloney had been following me and watching me and signed me up professional. So I left the amateurs, and Matthew Granger carried on in the amateurs. He beat David Price, you know, big David Price, the big heavyweight, massive punch power. He beat David Price the following year by, I think it was something like 24 points to 16. It goes to show how tough he was and how good he was, because David Price was one of, well, brilliant amateur, world level amateur. So massive shout out to Matthew Granger. I'll tell you who did beat him though, that I know who beat him. Big Paul Joyce. Big Paul Joyce, who was another one of my opponents, who I had a massive battle with. I'll put a link to the video actually to me and Paul's fight if you've not seen it. It was a proper toe-to-toe war. Big Paul was 23, 24 stone or something, very young, but 18, 19 when I fought him, and he was unbeaten. He beat Matthew Granger. It wasn't a championship bout though, it was just a club show. But it goes to show how good Big Paul was. I've got the fights on video of me and Matthew Granger, so I'll put them on actually over the top of this, or maybe at the end of this as well. And I think I've got a couple of articles of Matthew Granger in the Boxing News that I kept. And I'll try and put them on as well. But yeah, I wanted to give him a shout out, and props to the only man to beat me in the amateurs. He never went pro in the end, but I bumped into him at a boxing show a few years back, and we had a good chat. And yeah, it was nice to catch up with him. He's training kids now. He's training the juniors and stuff, and the boxers from his club. So yeah, shout out to Matthew Granger. Very good fighter, very good fighter. And a lot of those amateur lads were tough. A lot of them. Ray McCallum from London, the London champ, was very tough. I caught him with shots as well that I've knocked people out of, and he took them. Paddy Nevin, Paul Joyce, just very tough, very tough. I suppose in the amateurs you only get 3 or 4 2-minute rounds to beat them. That's why professional you get the 12 rounds, which is more wearing on the body. You can wear them down and catch them. But amateurs is more of a sprint. You don't get the time to really work them out that much. It's I used to just go out and attack. It's full-on attack normally in the amateurs. And but shout out to all the opponents and anyone who gets in there and does it. Yeah, shout out to Matthew Granger. Anyway, hope everyone's well, and I'll catch up with you all soon. Nice one.